So today we're going to go over Leetcode problem 122. It is the buy and sell stocks, problem number 2. So you're going to get an array of prices, and these are daily prices, daily values for stock. You are allowed to own one stock at a time. You can both sell and purchase on the same day. And let's look at the examples they have here on Leetcode. First example is an array starting at 7, 1, 5, 3, 6, 4. The output for this one would be 7, meaning you can buy on day 2, the price is at $1, and then sell on day 3. The price is $5 and make a total profit of $4. Then you could buy and sell again on day 4 and then sell on day 5 and get another profit of $3 and making a total of 7. And let's see, example 2 is just going upwards. So the values are going upwards, starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The output for this one would be 4. So you would buy on day 1, and then the value keeps increasing. So you would sell on the final day, which is a value of $5, making a total profit of $4. And so we'll go ahead and jump on into the diagramming. Okay, for the inputs, we are going to have an array. We'll have 2 examples here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with an output of 4, and input of 7, 6, 4, 3, 1, with an output of 0. And again, remember, you can buy and sell, or sell and buy on the same day, and you may only have one stock at a time. So for the first example, we have an array of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The variables are going to be the value and the total, or the profit and the total. And so we'll start off with both of our iterators at the front of the array. The second iterator will actually be at the next day. So we can compare the price of the second day versus the price with the first day, get the difference. And again, if the difference is greater than 0, we're going to go ahead and add that to our total. So for this example, the value is 1, and we're going to add that to the total since it's greater than 0. And our total so far will be 1. Then we iterate through, move both iterators forward 1. Again, we have a value of 1, so we can increment our total. And again, we move our iterators. We're going to do this until we get to the end of the array. The value is 1, so our total is now 3. Move our iterator to 4, move our next day iterator to 5. It's a value of 1, or profit of 1, and the total we end up with is 4. I have an example that basically goes in the opposite order. All of the numbers are descending. So we start off with the highest value, which is 7, and it decreases all the way down to 1. So obviously we're going to have 0 profit, but let's just take a look at how we would iterate through that. We would start with the second iterator on day 2. The difference is -1. So there is no value. We're only going to keep track of the value if it's we're only going to keep track of the total if it's greater than 0, if there's a profit. So the int value is -1. We're going to iterate. This value is -2. And then going from 4 to 3. We have -1. Going from 3 to 1. We have a value of -2. So for this one, as we can see, the total didn't get incremented, or we didn't add any profit to it. So the total we end up with is 0. Let's take a look at how we're going to code this out. So now let's code it out. I'm going to change the variable to profit. That just seems to make a little bit more sense. And you always want to have variables that make the best sense when you're coding. Okay, set those to 0. Now we're going to create a for loop that will help us to iterate through the array, starting at the first number and going until we get to the end of the array. So we can compare the prices and the profit that we make on each buy sell. So we want to check if what the profit is, and we're going to do that by comparing the price that we sell it at, so the price of the next day, with the price of the previous day. And if that's greater than 0, that means we made a profit. So then we're going to go ahead and add that to the total. So only if the profit's greater than 0 do we add it to the total. And if not, we just iterate through and we keep going. So we're going to do this till we get to the end of the array. And then at the end of that, we're going to return the total, because that'll be the total summation of all of the profit made. Let's go ahead and hit submit. And there you go. So there is room to optimize, obviously, but that basically gets it done. And that's what I call a greedy approach.